It's week 4 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Ravens and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, great houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A really tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Being chased out left. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 15 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
You gotta be kidding me.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They go play action with Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Nice. Play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 7 yards to pick up there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. It's a pickup of 16 there to lead to a new set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throw left side taken in by Rodgers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help. Bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play.
He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Pressed. Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on it. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Andrews. And he gets... up to the 34 out of bounds there. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Let's
go. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Flush to his right. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to Rodgers. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On second down, it's Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, able to slither by. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very solid gain of 27. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson, option right. And they'll get this down to the 10. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
91 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A give to Jones. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The give is to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jackson will throw again. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
From the gun, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Jones. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a... yard or so short.
A gain of 5 yards. It's now 4th down and
1. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe
do kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the Ravens taking the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Ravens on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline. Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's get off the field. Hey, check back, back 6, back 6. Watch me again.
This is Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that foot, he's going to be a foot or so short. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Don't give him nothing.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up. And avoids the turnover. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10. And I would expect pressure here.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And that will all the way up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 11, a little over 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. One last shot for Jackson. Under pressure, and they get to him again. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Green Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.